George Tennyson here live with Worthy Road Studios on location at Brooksy's Barn here in Jackson, Tennessee. I have the pleasure of being with Michael Stroop and Coach Alex Gary, an assistant coach for USJ High School football. Coaches, congratulations after a nice big win, inter-city win Friday night. Thoughts on that?
It was a big win, rivalry game and a region game.
Right.
And kids came out and I guess answered the call and played well, and we were able to pull out a victory.
Yeah, it was an impressive victory. Early on, it was a little back and forth, kind of tight, and then kind of just put the foot down to the pedal and just steamrolled a little bit in the end.
Yeah. Well, once you get kind of cross town rivals like that, you're always going to get their best punch starting out. Kind of a Thursday night, the big crowd, they're going to give their all starting out.
Y'all had the kids kind of fired up. I don't know if it was because it was Jackson Christian or it was just they just ready to play football, but they looked good on every angle.
Well, it was an electric atmosphere, and I think we had another game in town, but we had a big crowd there, and that kind of adds to the excitement and the emotion. So, the kids came out again. It first quarter was a little back and forth, but we were able to make some adjustments on both sides of the ball, and it kind of worked in our favor.
Right. Hats off again to y'all for what all y'all do for the kids, and they take it home, and then they show up. Parents show up, and it's like I was just telling you off the air. Friday night. I'm your biggest fan. I'm up down that sideline and hollering and screaming and pulling, and it's quite a journey for me to watch how fired up you get these young men and how bought into your system, y'all system, that they truly are. And I mean, not just Friday night, of course, but they're proud to play for USJ football. And tell me a little bit about that. What else is the system kind of that y'all teach the young men?
It's just kind of top to bottom. You kind of just it's outside of just teaching kind of the X's and O's of football. You kind of get them teaching the work ethic and kind of take pride in what they're doing. Because you can have them doing the best X and O's, but if they're not taking pride in what they're doing and who they play for, they'll never be as good as they can be.
Right. And that's something that I think head coaches taught y'all to kind of teach them, and it's certainly shining and showing off. And I know Jackson's proud of USJ. And
we hope so.
Yeah.
We hope so.
I'm proud of the young men and what all they do.
At least half of Jackson.
Yeah,
anyway.
Well, it's hard not to pull for them, root for them at that level. Coming up Friday night, we've got another home game. Of course, we have Fayette Academy coming in town. Not the expectations that maybe they hope for. How y'all prepping this week?
We're just, again, I sent a message out to the kids and I guess everybody, big win Friday, but it's behind us. We're right. And my dad always told me growing up, good Lord, put eyes in front of your head for a reason.
Yeah, good
or bad, just keep looking forward and keep trucking. So we put that behind us, and now. We've got Fayette Academy coming up. It's homecoming week. So you got a big win over your rival last week. You got homecoming this week.
That's
so there's
great.
all kind of distractions. And I just sent out a message to our team and I guess to our parents too. I just said, listen, this is a big week for us. We don't need any distractions. We've got to go focus and game prep as usual. And no knock on our opponent this week, but we've got to show them the respect. And they work hard too, just like our kids do. So we got to come out ready to play on Friday.
Absolutely, we want the kids to have a great homecoming week. But when it's on that field in between the white lines, it's work time. It's go time.
Yep.
And I know y'all are prepping as though you're underdogs. It's like we often say on this show, and you and I've talked. If you're always ready, you never got to get ready. So that's the mindset I know you're teaching these young men. And but Friday night, I'm hoping that with homecoming and all that momentum will shift and the big crowd will be out, and we'll take care of some business. I think we're fixing to go to a highlight film, Coach. This is a good highlight film for us. I think we're going to slip it back to Christopher and the producer, and Paul. And we're going to.
Here we go.
Yeah.
There we go. We've got Kevin here. I don't think he gets in. Yeah, gets down to the one right there. Great lineman getting out and getting us a big.
Blocking, yeah.
Lineman did a great job, man. We played a complete game. We thought up front, on both offensively and defensively. But you've got Big Rory. Rory's here with us tonight.
Yeah.
Mark Cox out there, and then we've got a safety out there 1-on-1 with the running back, and we'll get that in next time. Here we are coming up to the line of scrimmage here again. on the goal line, and I think we just give it on Kevin right there, and we just get on in behind them big offensive
Congratulations to Kevin too.
Yeah,
Player of the week.
Kevin had 276 yards on 27 carries.
Such a great young man too.
Yeah, helped us out, and he's coming a big part of us in the passing game as well. So he did a great job, but he'll be the first to tell you, man, it's all them guys up front.
Right.
It's them big old rear ends in front of him right there that help lead the way,
I noticed
man.
Kevin on the sideline for Thursday night, I should say. He was just patting the guys on the back and telling them way to go. And this is some breakout speed here. I didn't think he was going to get caught.
Yeah, he again, it's basically the same play, just going back to the field with it this time. And again, you got Roy and Mark out there leading the way, and those guys are getting some seals and blocks right there, and then we got one-on-one right there. So, that's kind of what you want in the blocking scheme, just get the running back one-on-one with somebody in the secondary. Here we go. Got a little RPO with Jace Barksdale right here. He shrugs one off, and then, just a little stiff arm there and gets in the end zone for us.
Gritty football.
Yeah,
just
great.
Gritty.
It's a great play by Burke and great play by Jace right there. We get up there, we got a run play called, and then they like what they got right there, and they just connect right there. And
he threw it where only the receiver could get to it.
Yeah,
it's a great pass.
Look at that student section right there, fired up, like it.
And they was right there with y'all the whole game.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Coach. I'm sorry.
Well, we that's one of the adjustments we made right there. We kind of started bouncing our zone plays on the outside right there, and we designed them, sticking them up in the middle right there, but they were clogging it up pretty good. So Kevin made an adjustment and started bouncing it out, and that helped us out good bit right there.
I noticed that some adjustments had been made. I also noticed that the young men are so disciplined. You don't ever see any false starts or very, very few minor penalties to just kill you. And something like first and goal, you're not backed up to the 15 or to the 10. Y'all are pushing forward. And hats off to the young men for the discipline they show.
Yeah, Noah Spencer right there. He's a sophomore for us. He made some big plays out there at receiver for us. We had to move him in running back. Kevin's helmet came off, and
he had to sit out one.
Yeah, so Noah's got some reps back here at running back for us, so he knew how to get in there, and we got it in there for us. Here he is catching the ball for us out here, and he had a big night for us, man. We had a couple big injuries out there, and. We stuck him out there. He's the next best guy out there athletic-wise, and, man, he just made some plays for us. And, that's big for us because, we play a modern-day, option football.
Right.
You used to be back in the bone or the slot eye, and you got the dive and you got the quarterback keeper, the pitch, and then we just kind of do it, offensively in the passing game. So the quarterback has the option to keep it, run it, or throw it on any play. So, that again, here we go. We got he got the option, man.
So good.
Got the option right there, and saw the H back there come open, and we got a touchdown right there. Big old Raleigh Seals. Great play action right here.
Action.
Yeah, we got him biting down, and then H back just
Beautiful football.
Look at that crowd back there. It's big. It's big.
They were loud, too, so loud. So every play, it was fun.
Threw this one up in the dirt right here, just ran out and up. And I think it was sudden change or something. We got the ball back quick, and it was on our side of the field, and we just kind of went for a big play right there, right before half, or I don't know, maybe it's still first quarter. I can't remember what it was, but I just remember it was sudden change, and we decided, let's take a shot right here and see what happens. And
great catch, great pass.
We don't even practice that play, but we just kind of sometimes you just got to do that. Here we go. We got caught him in man coverage right here, and got crossing routes right there, and you leave Jace Barksdale wide open right there. So that was big for us as well. Big play in the game.
He'll pick them apart. You leave him wide open.
Yeah,
and the lineman again, Coach, not getting any pressure on the quarterback.
Right.
Seems like he's just got all day to make up his mind what he wants to do.
Yeah, Coach King, Coach Gary, they do a great job with them, and gives them plenty of time to make decisions right here. Here's the biggest catch of the night right there. It's right before halftime.
Right.
We got about 45 seconds on the clock, and we called timeout, and we're sitting there, we're talking about what to run, and I just let's just take a shot right here and see what happens, and then little sophomore right there comes up with a big catch right there. Got an end zone touchdown. I think we think that gets us up, 28 points?
28, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Got a big, third quarter, big special teams play for us right here. Got a big old pump block by Brooks Jones. He's here with us tonight. And Aaron Tunstall right there, Aaron picked it up and got it. That was
not like you needed to be fired up anymore, Coach, but that seemed to kick y'all into overdrive.
Yeah, that was big for us right there. That probably put us. That probably broke the back right there a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, you always talk about coming out of the third quarter and how you start, and this is their first possession of the third quarter.
Right.
And being able to come out and not only stop them and score, but kind of score in the
Block
way
the
we
punt,
did.
yeah.
Really kind of kept the momentum in our favor going into the second half.
But again, Coach, they just wasn't complacent with the lead. They come out, special teams come out, super hustle, didn't give up on it, and now turned the block punt into 6. That's just, like you said, the backbreaker.
Yeah,
So.
and then, we talked about it at halftime, and I told them it's a 0-0 game because we had played Hardin County earlier in the year, and we were up 24-7. Right. And, we kind of let them back in the game. And, I challenged them to, not let them back up in the game, right? And kids did a great job.
Yep.
Good block right there by Riley Seals right there on the kick out right there. He did a good job. Oh,
it's fun to watch, Coach.
Man, these kids right here, again, got a run pass option right there. They liked it and they picked it up. I mean, again, we got a run play called right there. Yeah. They just, they hook up right there, and that's a big play again for Noah and Berkeley right there. So, it's big for us to go out there, and we've got, you can do what you want to. You can load the box and you can try to stop the run, or if you do, then we got options on the outside,
exactly
and we've got we've got a 4-headed monster out there. Actually, a 5-headed monster now. Kevin's getting involved in the passing game, but.
It all starts with the line. I believe it firmly that the blockers, man, they just give so many, open so many different doors for your quarterback to go to work.
Well, Kevin should have scored right here.
Yeah, I thought he snuck in. I was standing right there, but
he's got to learn to get in that end zone. We talked about that. Yeah. That's the point of emphasis. He's got to get in that end zone and.
Just a gutsy effort on his part, though.
Well, good job by the offensive line, and we got one-on-one with the safety right there. We just got to finish it right there. It's one more carry he's going to get that he don't need to get right here. So
yeah,
we had a good talking point about that.
Well, again, that's a great point, Coach. You're still coaching. You're coaching these kids up. You're teaching. Right now is a great time to bring that up. It's like you never stop. Coach Gary never stops. The coaches never stop grinding on these kids how to make them better for different situations to where you're not up or
no. And that's the thing. Every play's got a life of its own, and you coach every play you coach, and if you're not, then again, this is the same play Jay scored on earlier in the game, and now they left Kevin uncovered, and we just kind of threw it out there, and he got a receiving touchdown. So Kevin's been big for us last 3 weeks in the passing game for us.
Just different angles. So athletic. Your team is so athletic. Well, Coach, again, wonderful highlights. It's great to see. Not a lot of mistakes like we was talking about. That's just well-groomed, well-coached kids. They're just driven, fundamentals, and then they get better. Well, gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to let them pay some bills, and we're going to come back. We're going to try to get an injury update, talk to a few players if you don't mind. And but great job, great right out of the gate.
Yep.
Appreciate it. Back to you.
Brooksy's Barn, locally owned and operated for 40 years in Jackson. Huge Southern buffet at its finest, or choose our drive-through window service. Look over our beautiful lake and enjoy a great meal. Come on by. We are sure you will enjoy our friendly staff and great selection of food that we have, from pork, fish, beef, chicken, not to mention lots of veggies. We also have a fantastic salad bar and a selection of scrumptious desserts. Y'all come.
At Alive Hydration Drip Spa, we offer top-of-the-line IV Nutritional Therapy, which has a wide variety of health benefits. From immune system boosters and skin care, fatigue, energy, and even hangover relief, you can be sure we have an IV blend that's right for you. All of our blends are administered by one of our experienced nurses in a spa setting to ensure you leave feeling re-energized and refreshed. Give us a call or visit our website to book your appointment today. We have what it takes to make you feel alive again at Alive Hydration Drip Spa.
At Nest Realty Jackson, connections and relationships are at the heart of everything we do. We wake up every day with the goal of helping our agents build trust, relationships, and community. Let's connect.
We're back live, Worthy Road Studios at Brooksy's Barn. I'm speaking with Alex Gary, one of the assistant coaches, and been joined now by senior guard Rory Jones. Welcome.
Hello.
Hello. Well, tell us a little bit about you, big guy.
I start left guard for the Bruins. I've been starting since sophomore year.
Right.
And
man, you do a great job. I watch you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
It gives the quarterback. We were just talking, coaches and I were just talking about the options that it gives the quarterback by your hard work.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
So how do you prep? I mean, tell me a little bit about a general practice day.
Usually for practice, best thing for me to do is just stretch before.
Mm-hmm.
Just not to be tight before practice, and then we go out and stretch, and that helps too.
Yeah.
And then before offense, usually I'll stretch then too, and then do all my steps again, just so I can be kind of on point for 14.
Do y'all train a lot in the weight room right now during the season, or is it something?
Yes, I take strength every semester.
Oh.
So get a workout in every day except for game day and the day before.
Right. Well, is there a football in the future?
No, I don't think I want to play college football.
You're kind of out. It's a whole beast in itself. We're here with Coach Alex Gary and Roy Jones, USJ football, talking to him. So what are your dreams right now? What are you thinking? I know your folks over there are pretty proud of you.
Right. Well, I want to go to Mississippi State for college.
Oh, good.
And I don't really know what I'm going to major in yet, but been working on getting in there for out of state.
Talk to me, Coach Gary, about this young man.
Well, Rory brings some stuff. You know, you can't just teach. You bring the experience that you get from starting as a sophomore. But not only that, he brings like playoff experience, played in a state championship. I mean, that's stuff you can't simulate in a practice. So he brings that kind of leadership aspect that not only helps himself, but just makes the whole team better.
Yeah. I noticed the running backs, quarterbacks, after a good series or whatever, whether they're always giving you five. You guys high five on that line. And
absolutely.
It's like, and another thing I was telling coaches earlier too, the discipline that y'all show on the field. You don't have a lot of silly offsides or false starts or. I see a lot in high school football where teams, whether they're young or even some seniors, that make just silly mistakes. And I'm going to knock on wood that don't happen coming up in our future. But y'all are such a disciplined group of young men.
Right. Well, we always just try to do everything right in practice, and that really makes us better in the game. So.
Yeah. Well, tell me about the rest of the year. What are you seeing? Are you still just one game at a time kind of thing? Or you? I know you've been to a playoff state tournament, so personally, tell me about that.
We're looking one team at a time, but we also have the end goal, the gold ball. So, that's what we're really looking forward to.
Do you think you got that group this year?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Based on your experience of being there in the past, do you think?
Yeah, we really got it up front with our offensive line. We have plenty of trust in Kevin and Berkeley and our wide receivers, so we think we can do anything we want.
I concur. I seriously concur. I think that's the same thing. I'd say it, and I have said it, away from the cameras and away from the field. I think that's a special group of young men, starting with Coach and the other assistant coaches. I think you guys can bring that gold ball back, and fairly disappointed if we don't, to be honest.
Absolutely.
So is that the mindset you're kind of instilling in the younger players?
Yes, sir. We try to. They think a little bit different than us, but we're always, getting on to them. They're making them better. Yeah.
Well, they're looking up to you, whether you kind of want them to or not. So, what do you think about Friday night's game? Have you seen much from Fed Academy, or?
They're a lot better than they have been in the past, but I think we still have it under our wing.
Happy homecoming week.
Oh, thank you.
Are y'all? You're not letting those kind of. I know it's homecoming. You'd want to have your festivities and those things you'll never forget. But teach these young men too. There's a time to come to work.
Right.
And getting on those lines, in between those white lines. When that whistle blows, it's time to grind.
No distractions or anything.
No distractions. Well, thank you for your time. We appreciate it. We're going to slide back over to the producers, and we're going to shift gears, and we're going to get Coach back in here, and we're going to talk to a couple of more players.
All right.
Thank you so much. Back to you, Christopher.
Brooksy's Barn, locally owned and operated for 40 years in Jackson. Huge Southern buffet at its finest, or choose our drive-through window service. Look over our beautiful lake and enjoy a great meal. Come on by. We are sure you will enjoy our friendly staff and great selection of food that we have, from pork, fish, beef, chicken, not to mention lots of veggies. We also have a fantastic salad bar and a selection of scrumptious desserts. Y'all come.
At Alive Hydration Drip Spa, we offer top-of-the-line IV Nutritional Therapy, which has a wide variety of health benefits. From immune system boosters and skin care, fatigue, energy, and even hangover relief, you can be sure we have an IV blend that's right for you. All of our blends are administered by one of our experienced nurses in a spa setting to ensure you leave feeling re-energized and refreshed. Give us a call or visit our website to book your appointment today. We have what it takes to make you feel alive again at Alive Hydration Drip Spa.
At Nest Realty Jackson, connections and relationships are at the heart of everything we do. We wake up every day with the goal of helping our agents build trust, relationships, and community. Let's connect.
George Tennyson back live on the road with Worthy Road Studios. I'm here at Brooksy's Barn with head football coach USJ. And we have senior Brooks Jones joining us, superstar, super young man.
Yes,
Thanks
sir.
for taking time out of your busy schedule this homecoming week to join us.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having
Congratulations for a big win Friday night.
me. Yes, sir. It was good. Good win.
You showed out.
Yes, sir. Thank
A
you.
couple of big plays, and coach is bragging on you. You look great, man. You look like my stunt double.
Yes, sir.
Well, talk to me about this year.
So we've had a great year so far, and especially on the defensive side, which I'm a linebacker this year. So it starts up front always. Our defensive line's done a really good job, along with our safeties and cornerbacks. So we've had a pretty good year so far.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's on both sides of the football. The line is so impeccable. Well, tell me about a common day in USJ football. What do you do? Class to practice, and talk to me a little bit about that.
So depending on my schedule, I usually go to class early in the morning. I usually have one class, and then I have classes slammed throughout the day, and then I'll leave for lunch and for a free period after that. And then after class, I'll go to football, hang out in the locker room for about 15 or 20 minutes, and then we'll go at it.
Just go to work.
Yes, sir.
Good
What classes you taking?
So I have a English class and a math class, and then I have a few extracurriculars like not really extracurriculars, like just day fillers like broadcasting and like art and stuff like that, just for me to be at school.
Yeah. Well, what is your future? I mean, are football minded as you move forward, or you think that's something?
I really haven't made up my mind completely yet. I do want to go.
Have you had offers at this point?
No, sir, not yet.
Okay.
I've had a few
Okay.
interests, but
Yeah.
nothing major.
Well, good for you. Do you have a major in mind?
Yes, sir. So I'm going to do agriculture and business management.
Oh, wow. And that entails in what? Long term.
So mainly the sales side. So I really want to do like bean chemicals and cotton chemicals
Good
sales
for you.
and stuff like that. So
My son-in-law is a huge cotton farmer in Crockett County.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm right hand in hand with you. Well, I'm very proud of you. Your leadership on the field. Talk to me a little bit about that. You got some of these younger kids looking up to you. I know coaching instills that in you.
yes, sir. So me along with the other linebackers pretty much try to take control in the field when we're out there we just start up from the line and go back. We relay the calls and just try to make sure that everybody's head's on straight and everybody's going the way it's supposed to go.
Now, I asked Roy earlier, what do you think about this group of players you got this year based on the other championship team? Do you think y'all?
I think this year is probably one of the best teams I've been on.
Yeah, it's
in
one
my
of the best
opinion.
teams I've seen, too.
Yes,
I've
sir.
been watching y'all come through here a long time, and from both sides of the football, from start to finish, from everything from special teams to, like you said, both sides of the line. From Coach, I think he's got you guys playing an incredible level of football right now.
Yes, sir. Everything's kind of.
How do you get fired up or stay fired up for a team that you don't think like? Not every game's like a Hardin County or a JCS. How do you have that mindset?
Well, we just go into the week 0-0 and try to leave 1-0. So that's kind of how I look at it, along with a bunch of other players. It really doesn't matter who we play. We want to put up 50 every game. So.
Good for you. Well, tell me what Coach means to you in your personal life. Like,
so
act like he's not sitting here, by the way.
So he really, it's just about discipline and making men on and off the field.
Yeah.
So he really teaches us what we're supposed to do and
That's
how
amazing.
we're supposed to carry ourselves.
Yeah. That's amazing. It's such a proud honor to be around, watch him do what he does for y'all. And
Yes, sir.
I know you can't really tell this, but the student athlete section, not student athletes, but the student section behind y'all when y'all were playing, every game that I've been at, every home game, has just been incredible. What does that vibe feel like in class and in school?
It's
there?
great to hear how people think of you and stuff, especially when you make a great play and you can hear it kind of like there's a roar in the stands. It's really something special.
Do you ever go back and watch the YouTube stuff?
Yes, sir, I do. After every game I do.
Well, that's fun. That's something that's it's incredibly good for today's generation. You'll get your kids one day will get to see that, and that's so exciting. Well, Coach, tell me a little bit about this young man.
Well, Brooks is he's an exceptional athlete. He's a really good baseball player too. Plays catcher. Got a cannon back there.
Wow.
He goes full speed, and he knows no other way. Sometimes I joke with him all out there and say that he's kind of like a dog chasing a yellow bus. Sometimes he'll take out and just but he's full speed doing it, and that's what I love about him. And he's a heck of a football player for us and a heck of a baseball player for us. He had a big block punt the other night that set up a touchdown for Mr. Tunstall, and then he had a big old pick right there for halftime for us. He actually made the pick in the Hardin County game,
right? Sure
and scored. So he's really contributed to our defense this year. Brings a lot of energy. I think me and him kind of shared a hug after the block punt the other night. I get excited, but I love all these kids, and
I know, Coach.
they're I stay on them now. I stay on them pretty good, but at the end of the day, besides the X's and O's, it's about instilling the leadership, making right decisions off the field, on the field. But he is again, he's a heck of a ball player on not just football but baseball too, and if you get a chance and you come watch him play,
I'll be
baseball,
there too. I sure will. You'll never forget stuff he instills in you. Maybe years down the road, but in the back of your mind, you'll hear him saying stuff to you like what. Well, I don't mean to change the subject, but tell me a little bit about your baseball career while you're sitting here. Are you maybe baseball in college, or?
I was thinking about that, but I kind of want to either do the football thing or kind of go as a student. So
So football is your first
yes,
love,
sir.
I guess.
Yeah, it really wasn't until kind of this year. So I really kind of fell in love with it this year. But to baseball, I started. I was all region this year, and I started all 3 years. So I've kind of been around the game for a long time, and it's pretty special to me. I've played it since I was 9. So
yeah, I'm looking forward to your baseball, but we still got some football work to do.
Yes, sir. We're not finished.
No, we're not finished, and we're gonna be right there with y'all the whole way. And well, I will let you get back to your senior homecoming week. Like I told Roy coming in, I said, y'all enjoy your homecoming week, but when the whistle blows, it's time to go to work. So
yes, sir.
I know you're excited about that. Brooks Jones here at Brooksy's Barn with us tonight. Senior, super young man, on and off the field. I'm here with Coach Stroop, and we're going to take a quick break and be right back with you.
Brooksy's Barn, locally owned and operated for 40 years in Jackson. Huge Southern buffet at its finest, or choose our drive-through window service. Look over our beautiful lake and enjoy a great meal. Come on by. We are sure you will enjoy our friendly staff and great selection of food that we have, from pork, fish, beef, chicken, not to mention lots of veggies. We also have a fantastic salad bar and a selection of scrumptious desserts. Y'all come.
At Alive Hydration Drip Spa, we offer top-of-the-line IV Nutritional Therapy, which has a wide variety of health benefits. From immune system boosters and skin care, fatigue, energy, and even hangover relief, you can be sure we have an IV blend that's right for you. All of our blends are administered by one of our experienced nurses in a spa setting to ensure you leave feeling re-energized and refreshed. Give us a call or visit our website to book your appointment today. We have what it takes to make you feel alive again at Alive Hydration Drip Spa.
At Nest Realty Jackson, connections and relationships are at the heart of everything we do. We wake up every day with the goal of helping our agents build trust, relationships, and community. Let's connect.
George Tennyson here live on the road with Worthy Road Studios. I'm back with Coach Alex Gary, one of the assistant coaches for USJ Bruins, and we're also here with Kanye Sawyer, one of the guards, I guess you would call him. He's tackles, yeah.
Yes,
well, just depends on what side of the ball I guess you're on.
Right.
Well, I'd hate to feed these young men if I was Mike Spurlock here at Brooksy's. Well, how's it going? Congratulations on a good year so far.
Thank you. It's been going well. We've been working hard at practice and all that, so everything's been going well so far in the season.
I hate to back up the clock, but tell me a little bit about the Jackson Christian game, how you felt that went for you.
Coming into the game, we just had a full head of steam. We were so ready to go out there and just compete, do good against our rivals.
Right.
And we went in there and handled business, as you saw.
I did.
And it was just overall, I felt like a really good win for us.
Is it a little bit easier to get fired up for an inner city kind of mingle, so to speak, and it was Jackson Christian?
Yes, sir. I'd say so. I mean, you can say that for anybody. When
right.
you're going against a rival, you really just want to go in there, just dominate.
And they had a little bit of a chip on their shoulder. They were coming off a couple of big wins, and I still say that, and I've said this on the air, and I've said it on the radio and stuff. I think Jackson Christian will beat some good football teams. I think they're really, really up and becoming. And no disrespect to them, but after that first quarter, it was just Katie bar the door, kind of thing for me. Well, tell me. Obviously, I think you said you're a senior, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any college in your mind, in your plans? I mean, are you football driven in the future, or?
I'm very football driven. Just looking at many different places.
Have you had offers?
No, sir.
Not yet. No, well, good. Let's say it like that. Leave it open ended.
Yes,
so
I have hope out there that somebody will call my phone. I'll get out there.
As a senior, you're a leader already. And these young kids look up to you, and coaches look to you to kind of uplift them. And tell me a little bit about this year's team versus your sophomore, junior year. About this group of young men you're playing with now.
Compared to last year, we've definitely grown together. All the guys out there, all the seniors out there, we've definitely grown tight together over the past few years playing on those other teams. The people below us, I see very bright future with them. They look like they have some real talent out there. See them in practice, they look very good. I have high hopes for them.
Yeah, they have a lot of heart too, a lot of discipline. And that's one thing that they look up to you. And I was telling the coaches, and even I told Roy and Brooks, you guys just don't make a lot of high school mistakes. Y'all are a disciplined football team, and I know Coach and all the coaches kind of instill that in you. Tell me how you prep for that mentally.
For
a game, yeah.
For a game?
So you don't make kind of common, silly mistakes.
Just go in there with a full mind of focus, make sure, go through it in my mind, make sure I got all the plays right, make sure I know what I'm doing, making sure, all my teammates know what they're doing, make sure we're all just going full speed, competing.
Yeah. Tell me what coaches mean to you.
What coaches mean to me? What do you mean by that?
Well, just how important are they role models in your life? I know for me, my coaches still to this day, as old as I am, I can still recall some of my coaches' stuff that they taught me back in the day. So that's kind of where I was going.
All my coaches, very important to me. Coach King, our position coach, very important. He really made me appreciate the position more. Coach Stroud, he's a very good head coach. He always doing his best for us. We got Coach Gary right here. He's a great new addition. Really appreciate him out there. And Coach Nick, Coach Nick.
Yes.
Keeping us at our best shape.
Yeah.
Helping us on defensive line, all that. It's just really good. I really appreciate my coaches.
Yeah. Well, tell me a little bit about homecoming week. I know it's a lot of festivities and things going on.
Very fun week. A lot of stuff going on in school.
Well, tell me. Yeah, talk to me about it.
Different themes, season theme, all that kind of stuff. But we're still keeping a full mind of focus coming into Friday. Yeah. Looking to have another win on the board against district in the district? District team.
Fayette coming in.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Every game, I know coaches say it's 0-0 and y'all are 0-0 going in.
Right.
And they keep you ready so you don't have to get ready. I know that mindset for them. So.
Right.
Well, best of luck to you. Do you do anything else besides football, baseball, basketball, anything?
After the season, I'm going to be doing shot put and discus for the track team.
Look at you.
And after that, I'm just going to stay conditioned for future opportunities and stuff.
Tell me your give me your height and weight for the coaches that are watching us right now.
Height and weight, about 6'3", 6'4", 265.
I say 6'4", 285
Hey.
at least.
Right.
And for those who seriously are watching, these young men are taught on and off the field. I mean, just incredible young men. And for those that are watching, I know they'd be getting a great discipline, athletic, driven young men here. So pleasure talking to you. Coach, tell me a little bit about this young man.
Well, you can see it on tape. I mean, you always talk about your blindside tackle. That's the guy that always gets the best rusher. So you can see on film just protecting the quarterback how well he plays, but goes beyond that, just how well good a leader he is on the field, at practice, keeping everybody focused. And you talked about not getting silly penalties like offsides. The old kind of saying was a well-coached team, but it goes back to the players and on the players to want to be that focus and not make those silly mistakes. And kids like Kanye, players like Kanye, that kind of bring the whole team together and that team focus.
Yeah,
and
people look
it's
up
people
to
like him that kind of work together, keep that team focus where we don't make those silly mistakes.
He reminds me of a smaller version of Trey Smith come through here. Did you know Trey?
Oh, yeah.
Did you?
I
Played with him?
about him?
Yeah.
I didn't play with him.
He's a little older, but
yeah.
You have the same mindset. I mean, I'm being serious. He was just such a well-respected young man and just driven and done what was right. He always done what was right. He's a super, super special young man, and he turned out okay for him.
Turned out pretty well.
Well, I want to thank you for taking time out of your homecoming week to join us, and I will be there Friday night. We will be there with bells on and pulling for you, watching you the rest of the way, and hats off to you. Coach, any thoughts on him before we let him go?
No, I mean, there doesn't say about it. If you're a coach watching, you should give him an offer. That's all
absolutely.
I can say.
And I know we'll have coaches watching these young men on YouTube and stuff, and I want to just, again, reiterate the life that they live off the field, that they work harder on as they do on the field, and that's the proudest thing for me, to watch these young men and watch the coaches interact with these young men and how to make them men and how to make them better each day, better people in the community, better young men. You'll watch this thing in 8, 10, 12 years down the road. Maybe one day your kids will watch this, and I'm here to tell you, for high school kids, my hat's off to you guys for all the things that y'all chose to do right, and I mean that, off the field. And a lot of it has to do with coaches like Coach Gary here and Coach Michael and the team. I mean, and to get to go to USJ is just a huge honor and a blessing in itself. But how y'all represent the uniform that you wear says a lot about you. And hats off to you for that. So.
Thank you, sir.
Well, I'm going to slide it back to the producer for a quick break, and we're going to come back and get this thing kind of wrapped up. Back to you, Christopher.
Brooksy's Barn, locally owned and operated for 40 years in Jackson. Huge Southern buffet at its finest, or choose our drive-through window service. Look over our beautiful lake and enjoy a great meal. Come on by. We are sure you will enjoy our friendly staff and great selection of food that we have, from pork, fish, beef, chicken, not to mention lots of veggies. We also have a fantastic salad bar and a selection of scrumptious desserts. Y'all come.
At Alive Hydration Drip Spa, we offer top-of-the-line IV Nutritional Therapy, which has a wide variety of health benefits. From immune system boosters and skin care, fatigue, energy, and even hangover relief, you can be sure we have an IV blend that's right for you. All of our blends are administered by one of our experienced nurses in a spa setting to ensure you leave feeling re-energized and refreshed. Give us a call or visit our website to book your appointment today. We have what it takes to make you feel alive again at Alive Hydration Drip Spa.
At Nest Realty Jackson, connections and relationships are at the heart of everything we do. We wake up every day with the goal of helping our agents build trust, relationships, and community. Let's connect.
George Tennyson back live on the road with Worthy Road Studios. Kind of caught me off guard there. I've been butchering his name since I've met him. And,
everybody has.
I'm sorry.
That's fine.
We are here with, I'm actually red in the face because of it, but I'm here live on the road with Worthy Road Studios in Brooksy's Barn with Alex Gary, one of the assistant coaches and the head football coach, my friend, from USJ. Coach, we're excited about Friday night going to Kirkland Field, homecoming like you said.
Yep.
we're expecting a huge crowd for those that are watching. Come out, bells on and whistles, and let's give these kids our support. I know how hard they're working for us behind the scenes. Give me a little bit of expectation going in.
Well, we got a good Fade Academy team coming in. They're going to be Coach Hodem over there does a really great job, and we go back a long time. He's a matter of fact, he's alum of USJ, and so. He's a really good football coach. He'll have his guys ready, and it's like I just tell the kids, it's about us, and we play ourselves.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And so if we go out there and execute, and we're doing what we're supposed to do, and the jobs we're supposed to do, then we're going to be fine. We'll take care of business. Defensively, our guys have been pretty darn good.
Solid, absolutely. Yes, sir.
All of our coaches do a great job. You got Nick Stamper on that side of the ball. You've got Coach Gary helping him out. You got Anthony Sawyer at linebackers, Cameron Hosworth on the secondary, and then Mike Jones with the safeties, and he's our defensive coordinator, and they do a great job of coming up with a game plan every week. And so, I tell these kids, offense is going to bend and break some, but defense got to be solid every Friday night, and they've answered the bell every Friday night for us.
Right. How hard? I know the group of guys, and I've watched the unity that you all have on it. And how is it to buy into his program, Coach Gary? I mean, isn't it? I think it's incredible to watch. The unity.
It's easy to buy in because you see it from the top to bottom. Like when you walk in, you see the coaches bought in, you see the players buy in. You even can go back to school. I mean, you were there Thursday night. You saw the whole school bought in, and even like their surrounding town. So I think when you look at it top to bottom, it's easy to buy in because you can see it works.
Right, absolutely. Okay. And I was telling the gentleman that sat in before the players of what he does for the kids to teach them off the field. Let me know a little bit about that. What do you see in that? Kind of just the mentoring kind of thing.
Well, that's what real high school sports is all about. I mean, you always talk about you always want to win and that, but it also goes back to making these great men moving forward. That happens top to bottom. It happens on the field. It happens at school. It happens at home. So we do a lot of things to help them with the skills other than football.
Right.
Their work ethic, their honor, that sort of thing, and their pride that. So we work on a lot of those things to kind of help them. So when their football career is over, they have that to fall back on.
I think he takes as much pride or more pride in that, and still in the manliness in these young men and what to do and how to go about their day-to-day, or at least as much as football anyway. And I've just become a small part of it, but it's fun to watch. It's fun to watch these coaches and these players buy into this program and even the community. And I've said it numerous times. Hats off to this cat right here, man, for what he does.
Listen, there's a lot of tradition at USJ, and a lot of tradition was there before I got there. You got a community that is loves athletics, and if you don't understand that, then just come out there and open your eyes and see what's been done in the past 3 years out there. You've got facilities going up left and right. Our girls soccer team, I think they're 14-2 or 13-2. Our girls soccer team is fantastic. Volleyball team's doing well. And you got cross country going on. Girls golf qualified for the state tournament. We had J.G. Wilson qualify as an individual for boys golf. So,
that's
and then we're heading into the winter sports with basketball, boys and girls. And, we athletic, people at USJ care about it now. And they're passionate about the athletics out there. And, again, you look at the new press box that's being built, and you see the new baseball stadium out there. The parents love it, man, and they get behind it. And, I tell people all the time, and I've said this, I sound like a broken record, but, the difference in this place where I'm at now, and listen, people support their kids, and but we don't have a lot of kids miss school. We don't have a lot of kids miss practice, and that starts at home.
That's right.
And that's the kind of stuff that sets us apart from other places.
Correct.
They're gonna be there, and the parents are gonna hold them accountable. Now does every parent think their kid is number one? Yeah, but that's what they're supposed to do.
Coach, you hold them accountable too, though. That's one thing.
Well,
you hold your coaches accountable.
Well, we hold our kids accountable, and we have tough conversation with our kids sometimes. And all three of those guys that just got on here, and the ones that've been here in the past, I've had tough conversations with all of them. But at the end of the day, when they leave this football program, or if they leave USJ, period, I want them to look back and say, you know what, that guy right there cared for me.
They
will. And again, I may have to discipline them or get on to them for how they act sometimes, but it's just they're teenage boys,
right?
Man. And so it's like every parent out there. I got 63 kids.
That's right.
And
I believe that.
And so I look at them all, and they all have an experience out there, and we love them to death. And again, it's can a kid walk out of our program thinking, man, that's what we remember. We remember that kind of stuff.
Right.
The wins and the success is just the icing on top of the
That's
cake.
correct, yeah. Well, you're instilling professionalism in these kids, and a lot of times at that age, it's just not done, unfortunately. And I know it's a great situation, and I understand that, but you mentioned it starts at home. But when you have the young men in your presence and your coach's presence, you take advantage of that too, and you teach them and you instill in them not just fundamentals about football, but you do a lot about life for them. And I see it, and I'm not tooting your own horn trying to raise. I know you don't like that, but hats off to the opportunity that you take. And
well, it's like take for instance today at the end of practice. I was on them about cleaning that locker room up and vacuuming and making sure it's clean and taking care of our stuff. And we have we've got a shave policy at USJ, and the kids have got to be clean shaven. I made a comment that some of y'all got to shave. Coach Hardiger's got those 5 big razors in his office right there, and he ain't got no shaving cream. And and Coach Hardiger said, yeah, and I sharpened them on a brick. So listen. Again, at the end of the day, man, we got great kids, man.
Right,
We've got great kids, and we got a great community. We've got great parents.
Yes.
And again, I know I don't make everybody happy, but my job is those kids and
That's
this
right.
team, and so it's again, my hat's off to this coaching staff and this team and this community, and getting behind athletics, not just football, but all the sports, baseball, softball in the spring, basketball. I mean, they're passionate now. Tennis team. Again, man, we got a heck of a tennis program too. So it's all of our sports and it's all of our coaches. They all do a great job, man.
Can't forget about softball.
Softball.
My daughter played softball.
Yeah,
at USJ.
I mean, I'm gonna forget somebody, but it's a good it's a good time to be at USJ.
Yeah, and it is, and he's not just saying it. We're about to wrap things up again. Friday night, kickoff at 7 o'clock, homecoming. Come out and support these young men if y'all are watching. And, Coach, I wish y'all the best of luck. Prayers for a safe football game.
You'll be on the sideline Friday night?
I'll be on the sideline Friday night. You'll hear me. You'll see me at halftime if I don't see you before. But if you're watching and you want some great entertainment and a great rush, come out to USJ football on Friday night. You'll enjoy it. It's a
good environment.
It's a great environment. It's a lot of fun. Well, coaches, until this time next week, we're going to leave Brooksy's Barn, I guess. But I will see y'all Friday night. Thank you both for your time again. Wonderful show. And I'm going to kick it back to the corporate headquarters here. And see you Friday night. Best of luck to y'all.
Thank you, George.
Okay, Coach.
Yep.
Bye-bye.